in the shadow of the pen.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, Cassie, why don't you pay attention to this for a second? We're having a debate, and Lincoln, you can weigh in too. Shine it on the table again. So we're debating whether this is translucent or transparent, the cling wrap stuff. What do y'all think? Lincoln?
I think it's transparent because it just makes a change at the very when it like goes on, because there's this little like bump.
Oh, like where there's the bumps?
Yeah.
Okay.
But otherwise it's the exact same.
Cash, what do you think, buddy? Watch what Mabel does. Transparent or translucent?
I'd say translucent.
Why?
Well, because it. Well, it's kind of like this. It's just it's kind of like wax paper. It's just clear.
Okay. I agree that it looks like wax paper, but what does it do to the light? Let's try it again, Mabel. Cassie, watch. That's what because this feels like wax paper, but just because it feels like wax paper doesn't mean it's translucent. We have to think about what it does to the light. So I'm going to put it over again. Everybody watch. Cash. No, just hold it there. I'll move it in.
It's transparent.
Why do you say it's transparent, Cash?
Oh, because it's kind of like the glass. It is.
Okay. It's flexible like wax paper, but it lets all the light through like glass.
What's this?
Okay, so what was something you found that was opaque?
Opaque?
Oh, I didn't find anything that was opaque. None of it here was opaque.
I don't know if I believe you.
Here actually is translucent.
Why? Show
So
me.
look.
That would be okay. Opaque. That's
Okay.
opaque.
Okay, here, let's do this. Everybody put your pens in the middle. So we're thinking, so Lincoln, what did you call this one?
Oh, I'd say it's translucent.
Okay, why? If it was translucent, what should I see when I move it?
You should see light through it. I had it closer to
No,
it
you
when I did it.
should see it blind.
Not like that
blind
close.
you. It like.
And on the table, I did it on my paper because the table you can like see it clear. You see like a dim light.
Yeah, okay, but like if I do half and half, what do you notice?
This looks like a shadow.
Okay. So what would you call this, guys?
Okay, I guess.
Opaque. Maybe.
Okay. And then how about this one?
Lid.
What'd you call this one?
That's a lid.
Right.
Look at this. Everybody look at this one. What would
That would be plastic.
I know, but is it
Plastic,
translucent,
yeah.
transparent, or opaque?
Oh, I never did it.
Well, let's look at it. What do you think? What are your predictions?
Translucent.
I was gonna do it.
Hey, I need you guys to focus up here. Lincoln, you too. Let's try it.
I think that would be opaque. I think it might
It's
be opaque.
translucent.
No, it looks like opaque.
What do you think, Mabel?
Opaque.
Why do you say opaque?
Because
There's paper in it. Very well.
it makes a shadow.
Okay. What do you notice about the shadow?
It's not really super dark.
Okay. So why might that make it translucent?
Because you can like kind of see through it.
Okay. All right. So now, so we got something that was, what was something that was transparent? Okay, why'd you call that transparent?
Even though it makes a color, it still shines through really well.
Okay. Okay. All right, so
The
now,
color just
here's
makes
what I
it-
need you to do. I need you to put all the materials that you're not using right now into the middle of the table.
How do you spell orange?
O-R-A-N-G-E. Mabel, everything in the middle of the table. And so what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to use our lasers. Hold on. I need everybody listening. I'll know you're listening when your eyes are on me. I'll know you're listening when your eyes are on me. So, when we're using the lasers, lasers can be dangerous if you shine them in somebody's eyes. So I want to be really clear. If I see you shining the laser on somebody's face or somebody's body, you will not get to use the lasers anymore.
Okay.
And so if you're not sure where the laser is going to go, what's your best bet?
Don't turn it on.
Okay? And what direction should you maybe try and point the laser? Nope, sit down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna investigate we're gonna investigate water and see if we can figure out what the laser does with water.
So,
Whoa.
Don't put them in the water.
That is cool. I do not know I'm gonna explore this at all.
seems like the water is transparent.
Like the water is moving it. Whenever the water moves, the laser goes. I'm not using the laser watch. The
So
water-
one thing I want to point out is notice how the labeling they really struggled with. They could talk about what the light was doing through the various substances. They could talk about what kind it goes through, or it goes all the way through, or it gets blocked. But when they had to label it, they really struggled. Which again goes and labeling it with those vocabulary words is not part of the standard. The standard is about having them design an investigation to see how light interacts with an object. And so they were able to do that, but when I tried to have them label it, they really struggled. So I'm not sure that I would, if I were to do this lesson again, I'd probably leave the vocabulary out of it. Because it introduces terms that are really abstract that they really struggled with and isn't really necessary for the lesson at this point. Maybe I'd introduce it later, or maybe, you know, if I was able to take more time with it or something like that, I might go there. But like, I just kind of wanted to point that out, that like they weren't struggling with the concept, they were struggling with the vocabulary. So
Dad, I noticed that whenever the water moves, the thing moves with it.
what do you mean?
I mean, if the water is moving, the laser moves.
Oh, that's
If the water is
interesting.
Like
still,
this.
it doesn't. Like this. It's moving around, and the water's going like waving.
Try not to make a mess with the water, please.
Ow. These are cool cups.
They're called beakers.
There's a portal right here, and it comes out of a portal. That.
Go, make it, grab it.
This is like, it's a portal. It's like,
What do you mean it's a portal?
like, this is the entrance to the portal. And then it disappears, and the bottom of the cup is where the portal comes out.
Okay.
Or something. That's
So, I want you guys to try something a little bit different. I'm really glad that you're doing a good job pointing the laser down, but I want you to see what happens when you point the laser sideways through the water, like through this way. Just don't shine it on people.
like, can you shine it this way? Whoa! It's all the way over there. Goes all the way to the flat. It's flat. It's flat. Now I'm
What? Your thing is flat.
flat. Onto the window. It's flat.
Yeah,
It's
it's flat.
flat. Ah, move.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Ugh.
Everybody, lasers off, pens down. You'll use them again in a second. When I shine this on here, where is this dot coming from? Okay, which is also, so you can put my finger on there, which is also coming from over here, which is coming from the pen.
There's another one on your hand.
Okay, where is the one that's on my hand coming from?
It's coming from like reflecting off the
It's
water.
coming from right where the laser is. Wait.
So
no.
how,
And there's